Thank you all for joining us here today. My name is Anna Stinson. I am the Director of Programming for the Bloomington Chamber. Welcome to Bloomington Chamber Town Talk. This is a 4-part series we do each year focusing on different topics or new people here in the city. I'd like to thank our gracious host, City of Bloomington, for sharing your space with us this morning. And I also want to thank our sponsors for their support. Our presenting sponsors are CenterPoint Energy, Mall of America, My Credit Union, Wells Fargo Bank, and Excel Energy. And our series sponsor is Donaldson Company. So please help me thank all of them. And we will get right to the meat of today's event. Our speaker today is Dr. Booker T. Hodges, new Chief of Police for the City of Bloomington. And our moderator is Robert Freeman, Vice President for Public Policy, Alzheimer's Association of Minnesota and North Dakota, and longtime Public Affairs Specialist for the Chamber. I will just let you guys take it from here.
All right. Well, thank you, Anna. And thank you so much, Chief Hodges, for being with us today. And I think we're really excited to have a new chief in Bloomington, and we're excited it's you. And I know that you have
so far anyway.
You have so far so good, right? I know that you have a long career to get here, and some detours along the way that weren't in police world. So maybe could you just take a minute or two to talk about how you got here and why you decided to come to Bloomington?
Well, how much time we got? Well, I think one of the great aspects of humanity that I like is always people's stories, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you just sit and listen to people's stories, you'll be amazed at what you find out about people. But I don't believe my own commercials, so my story is pretty brief when I talk. So I was born and raised in North Minneapolis. My family's been in Minnesota since 1949. And I say that, historically, Minnesota, you didn't think of too many African Americans being in Minnesota, basically up until the great migration when people started to come primarily from Chicago in the mid 1980s. But there was a huge contingent of us that have been here since the late 1940s. So I was born and raised in North Minneapolis. Growing up, my family did not like the police. My dad actually despised the police. He never saw me in uniform. My dad died when he was 50 years old. He had a stroke, and I jokingly say this, but I'd say it, so I don't start crying and you guys be giving me some Kleenex and trying to pat me on the back here. But my dad, when he had a stroke, I was driving to work, and I was a deputy in Dakota County, and I got a call that he was having a stroke. I got to the hospital, and obviously I'm in uniform, but I had to make the decision to pull the plug on him, and that was the only time my dad ever in his life saw me in uniform. So, that. It's kind of one of those experiences. My mom died when I was 12 years old. That's all I jokingly say, but you can't be an overcomer unless you have something to overcome, right? And I'm in a different place as a 45-year-old man, than I was younger in my life. But growing up was hard, but it was fun. So I think it just put perspective on everything. I was a kid. I got to play hockey in North Minneapolis, so I was blessed. I got to work at a camp in the Boundary Waters, so I was blessed. And 7 years I worked up there. I started going up there when I was 12 years old, and I always took the long trips into the Quetico, which is the Canadian side of the Boundary Waters. And I haven't been able to take one of those trips for a while because of my job, but I'm going to try to take one next year, so we'll see how that goes. So that's me in a nutshell. Obviously, why did I pick Bloomington? That's an interesting question. So I was the assistant commissioner for the Minnesota Department of Public Safety before I came here, and in that role, I oversaw all the state law enforcement agencies, so the Minnesota State Patrol, Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and the Alcohol and Gambling Enforcement Division. So that was about 1,500 employees, around a $225, $35 million budget. But it was 3 years, right? I had the opportunity to work for Commissioner Harrington, who is the last patriarch in terms of African American leadership and law enforcement in the state. And so when I left Prior Lake as the police chief, that's where I went to. I gave that up to go work for John. And after 3 years, I kept getting calls for jobs. People want me to come places. I did not get a call for this job. No one called me from the city and said, "Hey, apply for this job," right? But there were other jobs, and my passion's always been local law enforcement. I mean, the state was great, but there really wasn't a community, right? I mean, obviously the state of Minnesota is a state, but there's not this at the state level, because everybody at the state level, it's all politics. Everybody wants something. Everything is transactional. And I'm not a transactional person. I'm a relationship person. So that was part of the reason. So I applied for this job at the last minute. Literally, I think it was like 2 hours before the job closed, I sent in my paperwork for this job. And I've always liked Bloomington, even though we never beat them in hockey except for one time growing up. And I've always thought, the department was a great department, and I just felt that applying here was going to be a good thing.
All right. What as you come into this department as new chief, what are the top 2-3 priorities you have in moving the Bloomington Police Department forward?
Oh man, that's a lot too. So for me, first priority was the officers. To me, everything starts there, right? In law enforcement, the profession has had a lot of criticism over the years, and a lot of it's been directed at the officers, when in fact I personally believe the officers have never been the problem. It's always been those of us that wear these stars, because how can you lead a law enforcement organization or any organization and point to the organization and the people that work there and say it's messed up when you're in charge? I don't understand how people have been allowed to get away with that for years. But take care of the officers. That was my first priority. We just had 8 people that left the department for medical retirements for mental health or brain health issues. So for me coming in here, the first priority was to make sure that our officers were taken care of. And that will always be my number one priority as I sit here, is because if they are well, if they are taken care of, everything else will fall into place. And the second priority is obviously, with that is making sure that we have an organization that is values-based and that is really connected to our community. And right now our core value is respect. And I know we got one of our other department heads who always laughs at me when I give my respect speech. But at the end of the day, our core value was respect, right? So instilling core values within the organization, that's not just something on the wall. If you ask any Bloomington police officer right now what the core value of the Bloomington Police Department is, I guarantee you they're going to be able to tell you that. It's flat out respect. So when we're having interactions with the public, we're always respectful. We never disrespect anybody. And on the flip side, we just hope that this permeates in the community, that as a community we start to respect each other and all of our conduct. And number 3 is obviously public safety and making sure that our community is safe. And in Bloomington right now, the last numbers that I just got, our crime is at a 4-year low here in the city of Bloomington. And I don't attribute that to me. I attribute it to our officers that are getting out there and working. But crime right now, as I sit here, is at a 4-year low in the city of Bloomington. Now, every crime affects, if you get your stuff, the car ransacked through, right? I mean, you don't care about the chief saying that crime's at a 4-year low. You just care about your car getting ransacked through, and I get that. But, I can assure people that in terms of public safety, when people break the law here, we lock them up. We hold them accountable from a police department standpoint, and we use all of our resources to make sure that we're solving crimes and getting people their stuff back. And our officers have been doing a great job with that.
All right. Well, I see my mall friends sitting here right in front, so I definitely got to ask you a question about the mall. So, been a couple of incidents recently at the mall. What are you doing there to ensure security? So, I want people to understand this. So, the Department of Homeland Security goes around and gives security assessments for large venues. The Mall of America is the safest large venue in the United States. All right. So, I want people to get that in their head.
Everything that is done there is done to keep people safe, right? There is no fail-safe, man. And I've been transparent with people with that because I think a lot of times those of us in these positions sometimes give people a false sense of security that everything is going to be fine. And if you look, the state fair had metal detectors at every entrance, and someone still got in there with a gun and shot people. So the mall is the safest, largest venue in the United States, and people can be assured of that. I take my family there. I recommend people go there, and we're going to keep doing what we need to do there. And we hold people accountable. You break the law there, we hold you accountable just like any other place in the city.
I also recommend people go there. I'm sure others would also make that same recommendation. Then is thinking about Bloomington as well, in larger scale. So we're bidding for the World's Fair. I think we find out in November, and that will potentially bring millions of people into this area in a few years. What would you have to do to prepare for that as for public safety, from public space perspective?
Well, there's a lot that we'd have to do to prepare for that if we got it. Especially the size of the police department is not adequate. We all know that. That's why we continue to ask for additional staff members. And obviously, if we got the World's Fair, there's going to be a significant need and increase for staffing. And I want people to understand why is that. Minnesota historically has one of the lowest per capita police officer ratios in the country. So I'll give you an example. The city of Atlanta is only about 35 to 40,000 more people than the actual city of Minneapolis. Minneapolis at its height had 850 cops. Atlanta's at 2,000. So that just to give you an idea of how the ratios work here in Minnesota. Now, with our Minnesota, we've pretty much used the model of relying on other agencies to provide mutual aid support because none of us have enough staff. If we get this, I don't want the city to rely on that, right? I mean, the Minneapolis Police Department is not adequately staffed, and for those of us in the profession, it's going to take us nothing short of a miracle to get that department up to speed in the next 5 years, to even back to the 800 level. So with that, the city of Bloomington, we do have a plan. We're working on a plan to really beef up the size of the police department to be able to handle the World's Fair. Because at the end of the day, I want to have officers that have Bloomington patches working at World's Fair here, because ultimately we know their values, and we know how to hold them accountable because I sit in this chair and you guys can hold me accountable. So,
very good. Does anybody in the audience have questions? Otherwise, I have more questions. Yeah, Greg.
More operational question, but I lived here for 6 years, and I guess I have no idea on this. How big is the Bloomington Police Department? How many officers, and what do you have, what departments, like how many officers are on duty at any one?
So we have 123 officers in the city of Bloomington. That's our authorized strength. The police department has not been fully staffed in 8 years. We are currently fully staffed, but I say that with a caveat. The caveat is we have still 18 officers in training. That is a lot. But right now, as I sit here, we're fully staffed, and we don't have problems that a lot of the other agencies have in terms of recruitment and retaining officers. So that's good. On our heavy days, we can have a lot of officers working. I mean, our patrol division is pretty big. I mean, that's the biggest part of the police department. We got 5 different patrol areas here in the city of Bloomington. So, I mean, you could get 20 cops working on a shift, and that's a lot compared to most jurisdictions. I mean, there's times where we have more cars working in Bloomington than they do in the entire city of Minneapolis. So, just to kind of give you a little bit of perspective here.
Kind of, Chief, playing off of that, what would the optimal size be for the department if we get the World's Fair?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see?
So right now, the city of Duluth has 145 officers, and I think Rochester's at like 155. without the World's Fair, Bloomington, we should be at least 145, 155 right now. With the World's Fair, north of 200, right? And then there would be a staggered plan. Obviously, because the way our demographics in our department is set up, where you could build up to that number, do the World's Fair, and then back off through attrition because we got retirements coming up in that window. But that would be the plan, because ideally, I would like us set up for the World's Fair to where we just had officers assigned to that, and then we had the other officers just dealing with the regular city stuff. So that would almost operate as its own police department for the 3 months. So actually, it'd be operating for 4 to 5 months for the World's Fair.
If nobody else is going to raise their hand, I have more questions. So you talked about, obviously every business in here knows about, what a tight labor market it is, and it's been no exception, in public safety. What are you doing, or what do you want to do to attract more officers to Bloomington? And as you have to, as you say, as people kind of attrition out and you have to recruit new people, what would you like to do to bring in more stuff?
Well, at Bloomington, we've been fortunate. I mean, obviously, people want to come work here, right? So that's a good problem to have. But some of the things that have been successful for us is our Pathways program, where basically we take people and pay them to work here while they're getting their education and then give them a job. But eventually, would like to see us partner more with the mall in terms of their security force and having us have a feeder program there where we start with the kids in high school, have them go work at the mall for security for a few years, and then come to the police department. That's one of the venues that I think we need to really explore as we start to move forward. And right now in the profession, why you're seeing this gap, right? And I think this is important for businesses to understand in terms of staffing, period. As demographics start to shift, right? And if people of color, who by 2040 are going to be the majority in this country, right? By all practical purposes. As the demographics start to shift, if these occupations aren't appealing to that demographic, those fields are going to have labor shortages, right? So if people, it's just a it's a pure numbers game, right? So if people of color don't want to come to law enforcement and people of color become the majority in the population, law enforcement's going to struggle getting people to work there. Education is going to be the same deal. Other businesses are going to be the same deal. So for us, and I believe all employers, it's important to acknowledge and start to take steps to address the changing demographic and making sure that your jobs are appealing to a different demographic, right? And that changes the way you recruit, that changes the way you retain. And I mean, here at the police department, we tell everybody, you get to come here and be who you are. It's not an assimilation piece, it's an integration piece, because, obviously if you come into a work environment and you got to give up who you are, you're not going to stay there that long. So you just get to come here and be who you are. And that's how we are attracting people to want to come work here, because we're fortunate to where we got more qualified applicants than we got open positions, right? And that's you're not going to find that in other cities, and that's that philosophy. And I've been doing this for a while, and I've been, before I was even in these leadership chairs, I've said, as these demographics start to shift, if you don't do this, this, and this, you're going to have staffing problems. And now you're looking, if you got, Bloomington is 32% diverse. The city of Minneapolis is 38% diverse. If 38% of your population doesn't view a profession as viable, there's no way you're going to be able to fill your jobs. It's just simply not going to happen. And I think that piece from a business standpoint, I think people really need to focus on, or you're going to continue to have labor shortages in a lot of these fields.
And so I think everybody is interested in, everybody's having this conversation in their business too, as you say, demographics change and they have these labor shortages. Practically, what does that mean? Like when you tell officers you can come here and you can be you, what does that mean for kind of implementing that? And you talked about having to recruit differently. Can you give us some examples of how you're doing that?
Yeah, so where you get to be you, we're like, so it, a lot of times historically in law enforcement agencies, people were getting let go because they didn't quote unquote fit, right? So if we all wear aviators, you need to wear aviators. No, I can wear Oakleys, right? I mean, so it's just, I mean, it's little stuff like that, right? I mean, you get to come here, you know what? If you want to be a football coach, if you want to be a part of this organization, you get to do that, right? Just because we're all members of X, Y, and Z doesn't mean you have to be all members of X, Y, and Z. And we allow people that independence to come here, and that's why we have a very diverse workforce here at the city of Bloomington. And how do you recruit? You recruit based on that, right? Like, so when we're recruiting people here, we tell them you get to come here and be you. There isn't this box you got to fit in when you come to the Bloomington Police Department. And that's why people are leaving other agencies to come here. And it starts with me, right? I have to be accepting, right, of my employees. Now, we got a set of core values. You don't get to come here and be outside those core values, though. I mean, like, if you're a disrespectful person, you don't get to come here. But if you like to wear Birkenstocks with socks, okay, you can come here, right? Or if you're the lacrosse shoe wearer with no socks, right? I mean, you get to come here, right? And that's it. But it's a culture, though. It's a culture, and it starts at the top, and that's where for me, core values. I can't overemphasize how important core values are, because core values are your branding. And when you have that brand and people understand that, you get to come to a workplace, this is how you're going to be treated. This is, how the organization operates. Recruiting becomes second nature, because right now in our current application process, because I always want to be ahead of the curve in terms of hiring, and I don't ever want us to fall back. But right now, I think it's something like 40 or 50% of our applicants in our current pool were told to come here by other employees. So when other people work for you and they tell people to come work for you, you don't have to pay for recruiting. You don't have to do anything. It just happens by word of mouth.
Well, that's great. What do you when you meet people in the public? I think people have like a fairly limited understanding of how law enforcement works from watching it on TV, which I'm assuming isn't completely accurate. What do you tell people are like the most important things for the public, and what do you need from the business community? What do you need from policymakers? What is it what's your message for the
there's
public?
a lot, but I think for businesses, I think we need businesses in our schools. We need businesses in our school. I know the superintendent's here, but we need businesses in our schools. We need businesses to really start showing these kids what work is, right? Because this generation, unfortunately, is starting to become detached from work, right? Everything that and I'm generalizing here, but this is the click generation, right? Everything is a 30-second swipe, right? And if it doesn't come in a 30-second swipe, you ever want to see some frustrated kids shut off the Wi-Fi, right? I mean, it just, and I mean, everything's a swipe, but we have to get back into schools where we're teaching people, what work is, right? You work, you get paid. If I was a teenager now, man, I don't even know how much money I would have, because I would be working my butt off, because there's so many jobs out here. I mean, growing up, my first job was $3.85 an hour. I just can't imagine the money that these kids are making now. But those business incubators in the schools, I think would be really something that we could get people to do. And I think that's, not only a short-term solution, but a long-term solution, because you get in these schools, kids, in the summertime, they're going to need to work, right? But we have to get back to teaching this generation the importance of work. And that's just something that we've gotten away from. And, my generation is part of the problem, because, we want our kids to have everything. But if we don't teach them how to work, when we go to the nursing home, we better hope they've invented a robot or something to take care of us, because there's not going to be anybody there to take care of us. So work is really important. And then I think for the business community, too, is to continue to support the public institutions. Public institutions aren't, in some instances, held in high regard, right? And I think we need the business community to really help promote public institutions like our schools, right? We need good teachers. We need good cops. We need good city planners. We need good city assessors. We need good city park workers, right? Because this whole government enterprise here is one that supports, for most people, it's just something that goes along behind the scenes, and they don't really pay attention to it till, you get an assessment or your street isn't plowed, right? But we need really help promoting public service. And I get, sometimes people believe government employees don't work, but I can assure you, the people here bust their butt every single day. So that we could use some help with that.
And then, what do you need from policymakers?
Oh God, that's
Maybe it's a nice short, succinct list, but feel free to ramble on.
So I would like, first and foremost, for us to be able to have a YouTube channel where we put our videos out there for our body cameras. I mean, the public is spending a lot of money on body cameras for videos that we can't, by and large, release. Right? I mean, that's one thing. We need to hold people accountable. We're not doing anybody any favors by continuously allowing people to commit a crime, another crime, another crime, another crime. So the guy who robbed the bank here, I think it was my first month here, is going to get no jail time. Right? So magically we've got this, I don't know, maybe it's he's got miraculously cured or rehabilitated with 3 days in jail. I don't know, but robbed a couple banks and magically rehabilitated after 3 days in jail. We're not doing him any favors, right? I mean, I wish him the best, right? I hope the 3-day, 4-day jail rehabilitation worked for him. If he breaks the law again, we're going to lock him up. But it's we need our policymakers to really hold people accountable and get them the services they need when they're in jail. Because if we don't, they're going to get out, they're going to victimize more people, they're going to continue to do what they do, and then by the time they stack up all these instances, now we're going to lay the hammer on them, and they're going to get 10, 20, 30 years in jail, right? But not only, if you think about that, they get 10, 20 years in jail after they victimize 10 people, as opposed to just dealing with that on the first or second person. It's something where we really need some policy makers to help. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Funding money, public safety costs a lot of money, right? And we need some assistance from our policymakers with funding. So I'm going to give you an example. Our body cameras, right? The public has said we want transparency, right? The body camera cost increase alone in our budget is by itself about a 0.75% increase in the tax levy for the city of Bloomington. The body cameras alone. One product is about, so when people see these huge property tax levy increases, almost 1% of that is just for our body cameras.
Wow.
Right? And the state has this money sitting there, and I was there. There was money in the public safety bill to fund that, right? So we wouldn't have to be passing on, this tax increase to our citizens when, in essence, they've already paid it, but the money's sitting there and the legislature just doesn't want to allocate it. So I'll get off my soapbox for that. But that's what we need. And we do need not knee-jerk reactions legislation passed for public safety. Because there are a lot of things that sometimes get passed, like our use of force law, deadly force law. There was a constitutionality question behind it. The legislature didn't want to fix it. The judicial branch had to come in and fix it. So we just need common sense, well thought out legislation, not knee-jerk. I mean, really, at the end of the day, how many good things come out of a knee-jerk reaction, right? How many people were sent a knee-jerk reaction email, right? you normally do that once, and then normally you'll type it next time, and you'll look at it first like, maybe I shouldn't send that, and you start deleting, right? I mean, but with legislation, once it's passed, you don't get the opportunity to do that.
You talked about people not being punished essentially for their crimes. Is that a detriment to the morale of the police officers if they spend all their time catching people, and then to see them kind of back out on the streets like 48 hours later or 72 hours later? How do you address that?
So for the police officers, I do, and we do take this. We just don't pay attention to what happens afterwards, right? So it's not. We don't understand me it's not about punishment, right? I mean, punishment. We're all adults, right? It's not about punishment. It's about holding someone accountable, getting them the services they need, so they can stop victimizing people. That's all it's about, right? And if you can tell me that a 3-day sentence is enough to rehabilitate somebody, I got a whole train full of people who are unsheltered that we can take and put in this 3-day program, and magically they won't be addicted to drugs anymore, right? So we just need these people to stop victimizing people, right? And if we have to get them the help so they stop victimizing people. And the ones who decide that they can't stop victimizing people, then they need to stay in the adult timeout room for a considerable amount of time, because it's my focus is always on victims, right? It's always on victims, because if you've ever had your car broken into, if you've ever been robbed, if you've ever had damaged, if you've ever had something stolen, you know what that feels like, right? And most people don't care about the circumstances of the person doing it to them, right? You just want to be made whole, and we want these people to stop doing it. In some instances, they want to stop doing it, right? They just need the help to do that, and I think we have an obligation to get them the help. And here at the city, we do have 2 embedded social workers, and I went on my first police call yesterday since I've been here. A guy had complained about a harassment issue, but I took the social worker with me because I figured he had some brain health issues, and we got there, and it did turn out he had some brain health issues. He had not got his medication for about 2.5 months, so the social worker was able to connect him with resources to get his medication, and magically, we're probably not going to go back out there anymore once he gets his medication, right? So, I mean, it's that connection of service that we need to keep doing, so we don't keep going back out to visit the same people over and over again.
Yeah, question back there.
I don't know if the time is time for questions.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I have a comment and then a question. I just want to say thank you for being on board and what you're doing. I think that sometimes in public service we forget about how to engage with the business community. Mm-hmm. I would really encourage if the city's website could have it to give, and then you drill down into departments, and then you could make your request out there, because the business community likes to give to specific projects. Mm-hmm. And so if you could easily make it easy for people to give to a specific project that you're trying to raise funds from, I think the business community would help more. But it's difficult right now to do that as a business community because you don't know where to give or what you're giving to. But if you could do that, I would encourage that, because then you could just, whenever you're speaking like this, just say, hey, if you're looking to help us on some of these funds, just go to the website and you can drill down and just see that project. So that's a tool that I think should be useful.
And I'm glad you said that, because we're actually talking about, hopefully, God willing, we'll get the police foundation up within 6 to 8 months. And that'll be, because I'll be calling on some of y'all to be on the board now, so don't, it's going to be some work, but at least that'll be an avenue that's a nonprofit that's set up that'll help fund some of these issues. And St. Cloud Police Department has a police foundation, and it's basically the business community sits on the board, and it funds things like the K9s or whatever things that people would want to fund. Because if you give to the city, it's a very bureaucratic process.
It's
Yeah.
difficult. It's what I'm saying. If you can make it easy, make it specific, and then just easily define, send people to that location.
Yep.
That will help. But my question was, your diversity comments were really good, but I'm thinking about, the growing part of the population, the Hispanic population, the Somali population. How do you assimilate police work into those cultures and teach those people that it's an important part of that and get it to the point where I grew up in a poor family, so the police were bad because we didn't have money for license tags, or we had too many people in the back, we didn't have seatbelts, it was always like, And so how do you assimilate police work into those cultures?
Oh, well, I can tell you what we do. Basically, we don't send out call takers, right? And we don't send out call takers. Basically, someone that's just going out to take a call, right? Again, for me, it's about relationships, right? So when our officers are going out, they're establishing relationships with these folks. And then we're also making sure that we're in these areas in a non-enforcement capacity, too. So we just did a big community event over at Blooming Meadows, which I think was a success. A lot more kids showed up out there than I thought was going to be out there. And it's just that continued interaction, because the more you interact with people, the more you break down those barriers. And that's what we're doing right now. It's just that continued positive interaction. And every police officer has been told, and they do fully, go about their business this way, is you never miss an opportunity to interact with kids, right? Everybody from me on down, I got stickers in my shirt. We never miss that opportunity to interact with kids. And right now, I can tell you how effective that's. We're benefiting from that in the police department now, because we just hired 10 police officers, and it's a very diverse group that we got. But 5 of them, had came in and said that they wanted to be police officers because of their interactions with their school resource officer. So, it works. It's a long process, though. It isn't snap your fingers. It starts early. Yep.
Yep. Question over here.
I have one I want to have. I mostly have a comment on this story. So I'm a big Booker T. Hodges fan, and I'm also on the executive leadership team here. And I'm so glad you're here, and I thank you for choosing Bloomington, because we have benefited as an organization, as the city of Bloomington, in these short 5 months since he's been here. But he's constantly always thinking. So we have our executive leadership team. We meet Wednesday afternoon at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And a couple weeks ago, we had a 10-minute break, and Chief Hodges went out on the balcony, and he was out there for a couple of minutes, and then he came in, and he was like, "Do you see that kid walking in between the cars? He's casing the cars. He's trying to break in." And so for all of us department heads, we were like, "What? Where? How do you see that?" That he went out there, and Deputy Chief Giles showed up, and then his main concern was, he told the young man that was doing it, every store in that mall is hiring, and that's where you should go if you're looking for resources, and then wanted to connect it with the social worker and everything. So I just wanted to share that story, because it just was it was amazing to see you in action, and then your response to that situation. So thank you for your service.
I used to be a decent cop. So but that's what it's about. It's about connecting people, and it's about being relational, right? Our phones, everything with this phone is transactional. It's a swipe, right? And those who are going to be successful in changing the world get back to relationships, not swipes. Likes on Facebook don't do anything for you, right? But our kids are it's really impacting our kids, and that's why my kids, I've told both of them, you don't get a phone till you can pay for it. So it's going to be a while before they can do that. So.
Joe?
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah.
So you've shared with us a lot of different works that you're working on already. We appreciate your partnership. I would love to, as you look a year from now, and you look back at your first year at Bloomington, what do you hope to achieve? What does success look like?
Well, success in a year would be the department is continuously still fully staffed. Our police officers are doing well, both at work and at home with their families, and crime is still low, right? That's what it comes down to. That's essentially what people are paying me to do, is to help, do the law enforcement aspect of crime, and hopefully, and another the other part of that is that we are still continuing to be good partners with our businesses and all of our departments within the city, because the police department is still just one department within the city of Bloomington. So if we can accomplish those in a year, I'll be happy. And if I don't have any more gray hairs, that'd even be better. Thanks.
Out of curiosity, I know the Pathways to Policing program is a good way to get diversity within the department. And knowing that the community is 32% diverse, do you know the ratio in the police department of the diversity of the staff?
No, I don't. I can get that for you. Yeah, I can get it for you.
Because I'm guessing it might even be higher than other departments in the city.
Oh, the police department is the most diverse department in the city by far. And for me, diversity is part of it, but at the end of the day, it's core values and having officers who represent those core values. And I've found both here and in Ramsey County, when your hiring process focuses on values, you get more women, you get more people of color. People just want to come because that's what they buy into. So, but yeah, I don't know where we're at right now. If I was to guess, I'd say 20%, maybe. But that's just a guess.
Yep, go ahead.
Thank you, Chief.
Hey.
Quick question for you. As you look to grow the department, how can business like us and business like others help you in that process?
Well, I think, just let your elected officials know that what we need here in the police department. I mean, obviously that's what it comes down to, and everything's dollars, right? We all know cops, we're not cheap, and that's just, those decisions are made above my pay grade, but that's what I would suggest, because they pay me.
Just to kind of come back to the elected officials piece. I mean, we've seen over the last 2 years kind of what's happened in Minneapolis, kind of the public fighting between like the police department, the elected officials, the whole the defund movement. Like I'm assuming you want to keep that far away from Bloomington and kind of continue those. But like, how do you ensure that you can continue that good relationship with with the city council, with like the folks who are above your pay grade? Like, what are you doing to, like, other than producing results?
Well, first and foremost, this council and this mayor, the city manager, they support public safety, and they support this police department. They've given me basically everything I've asked for. They support this police department. And they support this police department, I believe, one, because I do think that they all value public safety, right? I mean, that's key, because we all know the city of Bloomington and the quality of life that we have here depends on people feeling safe, right? And everybody has that shared vision. We also maintain that relationship by, as an agency, not being disrespectful, quite frankly, to people, right? And continue to exhibit respect in everything that we do. Because when people call council members and we're able to show video, we're able to do X, Y, and Z that show our officers are respectful, that again continues to reinforce our support. But I think, we're going to continue to have great, I don't want good relationships. We got great relationships with the city council and the mayor. I mean, the mayor is really a cool guy. I mean, he's everybody knows the mayor. He's a cool dude, and the city manager is a good person too. And they do support this police department, and we're going to continue to have good relationships with them. So, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. Just because my dad told me this. Just because your neighbor's getting a divorce, don't mean you have to. Right, so when you look and you see some of these other places, just because they're getting a divorce don't mean you have to. But it's never. It could be a good time for you to start looking in your home to be like, okay, well, maybe we need to get back to doing this, or maybe we're not doing X, Y, and Z. Maybe we need to schedule date night. I don't know, but it's one of those things where it gives us an opportunity to take a look in our own house, but doesn't mean we have to. Their stuff doesn't have to affect us.
All right. I think we have time for one more question, if anybody wants to ask a question. Otherwise, it looks like that. All right.
Chief, I might do a follow-up on, first of all, Bloomington Police and the mall have had a great relationship for 30 years. It's been a really strong partnership, and we're so glad you're on board. You've been a great partner to the mall. And I love your message of, if you do something wrong in Bloomington, you're going to be held accountable, right? We're going to hold you accountable. But there's an issue, a bank robber, you know, getting 3 days in jail and stuff. From a business perspective, is that issue at the prosecutorial level, city, county? Is it at the judicial level? Is it at the funding level? All of them? What's the best way we can help try to solve that issue? To hold people accountable, get them resources, so that they don't recommit.
So I think it's outside the police department. It's going to be your prosecutor or your judges, right? And I'm gonna try to parse my words here, but there's consequences for every decision, right? Even decisions you don't make, there's still a consequence for that. And there's a ballot box, right? And it's important for people to pay attention to the ballot box and, you know, what issues you can influence there. Do these people who are running for office, do they reflect your values, right? This is the United States of America. You get to vote for whoever you want to, right? But are you voting for people who reflect your values? And so how can you help? Help elect people that reflect your values. I think I parsed that as good as I can.
That was very diplomatic. And a good reminder to everybody to vote in the upcoming elections.
Go.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have time for. So thank you so much for being here with us today, Chief.